Hey, I'm Brett Reeves, and today I'm going to be informing students about the culture of Italy and how they're different from us. I've traveled many places in my life. I've never been to Italy, but I chose them because their culture and everything is so different than ours. A lot of things different about them, especially the food that they eat. Um, they just have many different diets. According to Jessica Booth at Insider.com, Italians don't eat the way that we think they do. For example, they eat what's fresh in time, like how we eat stuff that's year round. They don't do that. They only eat stuff that is in season and what's good at the time. You'll have to adjust to when they eat food. Their lunch is from 1 to 2, and their dinner is from 8 to 9. So they eat a really late dinner and everything like that, and it's just really late. And then to move on to religion in Italy, it's basically kind of the same as the US, but 93% is Roman Catholic, and everything is in the Roman Catholic Church and everything like that. But to be exact, 71.4% of Roman Catholics are in Italy, which that makes sense because Vatican City is right in the middle of Rome. And I have a picture of Vatican City. I put that on my slide for you guys to see, so everything like that. Religion plays a huge part in Italians' lives. When they are born, they are baptized, and that's according to Ed Grab from HowStuffWorks.com is where I got that from. And even when they're born, it's so important because they pick their godfather and their godmother, and that is they help them with their religion their whole life. And they just keep them on track with everything. That's why they pick their godmother and godfather right off the bat. Although the speed of how quick they get into religion, Italians are, they are very slow paced in Italy, because their life is slower paced, and they don't have as much space as we do in the United States. Because according to lovinitaly.com, Italy moves at a slower pace than the U.S. By slow, I mean they're more laid back and everything like that. They said that if the U.S. and Italy were combined into one, with how fast the U.S. is and how slow Italy is, then it would be a perfect pace to live by. And they also stated that the U.S. is very spoiled, and we are very spoiled with how much space that we have. A lot of homeowners, they all have land and everything like that. Well, that's not the case in Italy, because a lot of people lived in crowded apartments and overpopulated cities. And another thing about them is they're not as sorry about their space. Like, if you bump into someone in the U.S., you're going to say sorry, or they're going to say sorry about that. But in Italy, it's not the same. They don't say sorry or excuse me or anything like that, because they don't see a need to be sorry for any of that, because it's an accident. Stuff like that happens. Yeah, and in conclusion, I talked about the food. I talked about their diets. I talked about their religion and how Roman Catholics take up a lot of the religion in Italy. I wrapped it up with talking about their lifestyle and the space difference that we have. Italy is just very different than the U.S. A lot of the slow pace and everything like that was a main part. And when everything I read, it said that they were just a lot slower. They consume their food slower. They even, when they get their dinner with their food, they don't eat it all together. They get different meals per one. So they'll eat their pasta and then their meats and everything like that. But just to wrap it up, Italy is very different in the U.S. in a lot of occasions, but it seems like a lot of fun. So if you're going to be traveling abroad to study and everything like that, it should be a lot of fun. And I gave you some examples to look forward to.